Welcome to Her Becoming. I'm Dara Koenig. This series highlights women who are building their lives, leadership, and purpose in real time. Not because they have everything all figured out, but because they are willing to keep moving forward. Today, I'm joined by Carlee Beam, and from the moment we sat down to talk, I was struck by her clarity, courage, and the way she is stepping into her next chapter with intention. Her story is a reminder that becoming doesn't wait for a certain age or stage. It begins the moment we decide to move forward. Let's step into this conversation.
Welcome. And I want to start off by asking you this simple question.
Okay.
What about this season of your life excites you the most?
So this season of my life, we're in the middle of building a home, my fiance and we're getting married in June.
Yay.
And I just graduated college and I just got accepted into law school as well. So I have a lot of exciting things going on.
You do. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted you for this inaugural conversation of Her Becoming, because you are young. And if you don't mind sharing, how old are you?
I am 20. I'll be 21 this year.
I swear I thought you were 22. You were only 20. Okay, so
Yeah.
I have to ask this because my impression of you is that you pursue opportunity boldly. Where does that drive come from?
So my drive comes from my parents. They've always pushed me, to be the best that I can be, and any opportunity that's open, at least try it. You can say you tried it even if it doesn't work out.
That's so true. Um, how did they feed that into you? Like, how did that come? How was that instilled in you?
I've always grew up with both of my parents working, and my dad, he's a police officer. My mom, she's an office manager. So they've always instilled that, that work ethic and pushing me to be the best that I can be.
I love that. So my understanding is you've stepped into a leadership role at UCDD. I mean, you get to MC our Foundations of Service training. Next week's your first one. I'm so excited. By the time this
Yeah.
comes out, she'll have already done it and we will have celebrated how amazing she's done. Now, you also have a nonprofit. Am I correct?
Yes. So I work with Ashley Swan. She's the co-founder of Food to the Rescue, and I help coordinate Jackson County. So I kind of oversee Jackson County's Food to the Rescue. And what Food to the Rescue is we help provide meals for children during school breaks that might not be able to get the food that they would if we weren't able to provide it. So we do it 6 times a year, and we deliver to their house so they don't have to worry about finding a way to go get it or anything like that. So we provide a box of food for each child that's in the home, and hope that helps them out over the break and not have to worry about food.
Oh, that's got to be such a huge relief to parents.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
It's not just, a handout, but a little bit of a hand up.
Exactly. So you got leadership at UCD, you've got your nonprofit, you're getting married, you're enrolled in law school.
Yes.
How do you decide what to say yes to?
So unfortunately, I'm not very good at that. I say yes basically at everything that comes my way. But I think I work well in chaos. I feel like that keeps me going and keeps me in order. As long as I have my planner wrote down each day what I need to do, I normally get it done.
So you're pretty organized is what I'm hearing.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Nice. Are you one of those that time blocks in your planner or like
Yes.
what does your day look like?
I'm like, at this time, I need to get this done. I have like my to-do list each day. I got to check off my list. I'm a list maker.
Same. Absolutely. If I didn't write it down in my planner, it's never going to happen. Like
Yep.
ever. Um, so what's a recent stretch that grew you more than you expected?
I would say taking the LSAT and, so I've never honestly been put into that perspective of like, what if I don't get into this school type thing? Because law school it's pretty prestigious to get into and everything. So I just prayed, if this isn't the right timing to God, um, let me be acceptable of that. It's all in God's timing if I was able to do it or not. I'd done the best of my ability with the testing and then all of the requirements that are also required to get into law school. So I just helped put that in God's hands during that time of my life. And He answered, I guess the time's now to go ahead and
Right?
do it.
What did that feel like to get that acceptance?
It was a relief. I wouldn't
Okay.
say excitement because I mean, I am nervous going into it, but it was a relief like, okay, I got this step done. Now, next step, go to law school and finish it. It's like
Oh,
I have like the steps. I need to do this, this, and this type thing, and that's how
well,
I can go through it.
I love it. And that actually leads into another question I have for you because I want to know, do you wait until you feel fully ready to take that chance, or do you move while you're still in that uncomfortable space?
I think I still move during that uncomfortable space because I'm like, there's always that what if,
Mm-hmm.
but you just have to kind of push yourself because there's always going to be that no matter what.
Right. And if you wait till you're comfortable, who's to say that time's ever going to come?
Right. Right.
Can you give me an example of a time where you took that step out and while still uncomfortable?
I would say with law school, for example, because I mean, I am only 20 years old. And when I took the LSAT, I was only 19. So I'm like, there's most people going into this, have even already had their careers behind them of several years
Oh,
that go
wow.
into it. A lot of them don't go into it straight out of college just because of the financial burden and everything as well. So, I would say that it definitely stretched me to be able, to see what my limits were while going to college and, trying to get that finished and everything and taking quite a few credit hours per semester just so I could graduate early.
That is amazing. I knew I would be impressed with you. So I have to ask you this, what belief about yourself has allowed you to pursue opportunities that might intimidate others, like enrolling in law school right out of college and as so young?
I would say just, keep in prayer with the Lord and everything, and letting Him guide me through those difficult times.
What hmm, let's see. Has there ever been a time where he's told you to just stop and stay back and not go?
Yeah, there's been many times like with things with the nonprofit and everything, like there's been some opportunities come up, and I'm like, right now it's a busy time. I think we just need to, wait, pause,
So you
and
do
just
know how to say no.
continue with the schedule instead of adding more things on it.
Oh, I love that. What? Now we've already talked about how you have your to-do list and your planner that helps
Uh-huh.
keep you on track. Can you give us a bigger insight as to what self-discipline looks like for you behind the scenes?
Basically, not putting things off, getting it done in a timely manner. Like when I have something come up, I would rather get it done at that time instead of waiting until it's almost too late to do it.
Mm. Can you give
Because
us an example of that?
well, we work with deadlines all the time around here at the development district. So we have to make sure everything's done in a timely manner. So instead of waiting until the time of this is due, I try to do it, like right when it comes available to be done.
What have you seen as the benefit of that?
It's relief, not stressing. Yes, not stressing for last minute situations.
Absolutely. And I bet it allows time for you to recover if a mistake was made as well, right?
Yes, yeah, you can look over it, have time to review before submitting.
Absolutely. So, what or who, and I think I know the answer to this one, but who or what has most shaped your understanding of what is possible in this life?
Definitely my parents, they've always been my biggest supporters and motivation and always, let me know that I can do anything I set my mind to.
I love that. And they've always been like this?
Oh yeah, always for my sister and I both.
Oh. So when you think about the word impact,
Mhm.
what does that mean for you personally?
So the word impact, I would say, what you feel strongly about, like what someone makes you feel strongly about, and what it has to do with like your life with how it impacts you.
What do you hope your impact in this world looks like?
I hope that people see the kindness and love, not only, um, basically by serving others. That's how the love of God really shows. I feel like not only by pushing the Bible, but just doing things and supporting others in times of need and, just being a helping hand.
Right. Sometimes our actions speak louder than words, right?
Most definitely.
And can you share a little bit about the impact your work, maybe the nonprofit or at the development district, has had in the people around you?
Yeah, so I know for example, I know it's a little bit easier with a nonprofit because you're like completely giving them something for free. So when you're delivering a food box to a family and a child comes out like it's Christmas because they're so excited about this food, it's just so heartwarming and eye opening at the same time because it's something that you overlook because you're used to going to the grocery store weekly or whatever your schedule may be. And it's something that you honestly take for granted until you see that child excitement over a banana.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very eye opening and heartwarming for sure.
I can imagine as someone who's been on both ends of that receiving part, because I was a teen mom, high school dropout, I get to give back to the community.
Right.
I love that. I love that it sounds like you've never really had those type of struggles, but your heart is in the struggle for these people.
Yes. Thankfully, I've not had to go through that, but I know my parents, we've always been active in the community with, benefits that when someone, maybe have a medical condition that they can't work or whatever that may be, and then now getting involved with the Food to the Rescue nonprofit, it makes my heart happy to be able to help others.
I can see this. That's one of the things I just love about you. So, what kind of legacy are you hoping to build over the course of your lifetime?
Really, I just want everyone to know, if they're in need, I mean, they could come to me or, see someone that, with a nonprofit and know that, they're not, no, it's no judgment. We're doing it out of the love. And we just want to be a helping hand. We don't want, anything back from it or anything like that, any recognition. We just want to be helpful.
Mhm. Out of curiosity, what field of law are you pursuing?
I honestly am not sure right now. I have
Okay.
thought about going into elder law just because that I've only worked with elders actually, besides the nonprofit in my history of work. So I'm thinking elder law, but when I go into it, actually, I might think different. So
Perhaps
I'm not
because you're
completely.
in aging at DV, right?
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Would you share a little bit about what you do there?
Yeah, I'm the family caregiver coordinator. And so, what we do is we provide in home services to individuals that are providing care for a loved one. So, it gives them respite so they can take a break and run errands or whatever they may need to do throughout the week that we can provide some services for. We provide like homemaker, personal care, in home respite. We also provide groceries, home delivered meals, and some counseling services for both the caregiver and the care recipient along with a personal emergency response system. So that's all the services that we're able to offer for a caregiver and a care recipient.
Oh, that's great. So you almost get to be the caregiver to the caregiver.
Yes. Yes.
Because yeah, because how can they continue to keep serving and giving and taking care of
Right.
their people if they're depleted?
Right. Someone has to fill their cup as well.
Absolutely. How did you get into that?
So actually, it started out as an internship through tech here at the development district, and I was an assistant to the family caregiver. And a new program came up, which is the Dementia Navigator program. And Lynn Drew, she took that position. So then after that, I became part time while I was going to school and stepped into the role as the family caregiver coordinator.
Mm. What, where do you see your biggest contribution to the community in that role?
I would say when we host the expo for the senior and caregivers, we do that annually, and it's always in October. So what we do is we provide resources from around the Upper Cumberland. To typically we have over 1,000 attendees per year, so we're able to share information through that. And let them know more about the facilities that are out there, and like the medical equipment, dentist offices, eyeglasses, things like that, that things you might not think of. They're able to get that resources all in one place. Once yearly, we're able to provide that.
That is, I love the work that the development district and the human resource agencies do. I mean, that's why I was like, when the opportunity for me to come on as a train the trainer role, I had to jump at it because, well, I
Yes,
can't do, like I say all the time, I can't do what you do, but I can help support you. Kind of like
right.
you can't be a caregiver, but you can support the caregivers.
Most definitely. Yes.
And what the work you do in the community, first of all,
Uh-huh.
amazing. It is life changing. And I can't express how impressive. You're 20. You're not even
Yeah.
21. I thought
Yes.
you were like 22. So you're 20 and you're doing all of these and you have this incredible future ahead of you. You're building a house, you're about to get married, you've enrolled in law school. And so if you were to fast forward and picture yourself at 40, what kind of woman do you hope you would have become?
I hope to definitely be strong and show my integrity, kindness, and I hope to, reflect back on my 20s and see that it was, hard. But when I'm 40, hopefully, the hardness in the 20s will make it easier for me in the 40s for sure.
I love because you're essentially what's that term? You're eating the frog. You're doing the hard work now.
Yes. Yes. I would rather work hard now and hopefully be able to, be more smooth sailing as I get older than having to work hard when I'm older. And, you know,
So, what would you say to a young woman who feels capable, like she knows she can do these things, but she's still hesitating?
you just have to take that step forward. I know it might be scary and intimidating at the time, but you'll always get through it, especially with prayer and a good support system behind you.
How would you if she doesn't have that support system, where would you suggest she start?
I mean, especially if you're attending school, there's all kinds of clubs and support systems such as that. I know, actually, I met some people at graduation when we were graduating in our commencement ceremony, that was also attending Nashville School of Law that I just so happened to sit with them. So just bonding and talking to people that you don't necessarily know can become your support system before you even know it.
That is true. Sometimes we have to, I mean, okay, not sometimes, but we have to step outside of ourselves.
Yeah, yeah. You have to put that fear beside and, just go after what your desire is.
I love that. And those connections, sometimes the most impactful ones, those ones you never see coming. Like you said, the
Yes,
person sitting next to you at
yes,
commencement, like, oh, law school. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So, what excites you the most about who you're becoming right now?
I would say what my future is ahead. I'm excited because as an attorney, I feel as if I'll be able to help people even more. You know, I feel like I'll be able to assist, elders that may not be able to get their actions in a role before it might be a little bit too late. So those home visits, such as what my career has shown me here, being able to do stuff like that, I feel like being able to take my past experiences through the development district, through Food to the Rescue, and being able to put that, to show some humility and being able to, help others in that role.
Well, I cannot wait to just see what you come. I'm gonna be like cheering you on and supporting you from the sidelines. And so if you ever need anything, the answer is no. Yes, you just need to ask what the question is.
Thank you.
Before we wrap up, is there anything else about yourself you'd like to share with us?
I don't think so. I think we basically covered it with work and Feet to the Rescue and law school and house and getting married. I think we covered it basically.
Oh, well, Carlee, thank you so much for trusting me and taking a chance and being the very first interview for Her Becoming. And I cannot wait to share your story with our new
Thank
and
you so
growing
much for
audience.
thinking of me. I appreciate it. It means so much to me for you to think of me.
Oh, absolutely my pleasure.
Thank you for spending your time with us today on Her Becoming. And a special thank you to our guest today for sharing her story so openly. Women like her remind us what courage and growth look like in real time. I'm grateful if this conversation encouraged you, but I hope it does something else. I hope it also reminds you of something important. Your story is not finished yet. Wherever you find yourself in the process, keep building. And if someone came to mind while you were listening, consider sharing this episode with them. You never know how a story of becoming might encourage someone else to keep moving forward. Until then, thank you for being here. And while we're all still building, please pardon our dust.